Series at Stafford.
Deegan got a great start, and she's going to keep them up high and try to get off the corner, keep that momentum. Oh boy, Hunter Ray got a great shot off two.
Ryan Hunter-Ray takes the lead as they come around to complete lap number 1. This is the visor cam from Hailie Deegan's helmet. This late in the day, that sunshine is a little bit of an issue. It'll set down behind the hills to the far west of Stafford shortly. But I'll tell you, the way the weather forecasts have been for the last 48 hours, we are thrilled to see that sun. There were huge thunderstorms in this area, and they split the racetrack and went north and south of us. We haven't had a drop all day.
Well, I mean, we were prepared for a rain show,
yeah.
right? And but driving into that sun, going into turn 1, Alan, it really, for one, your depth perception changes anyway.
Yeah.
During the day to the evening, things look farther away at night. Well, when you got that sun in your eye, it really makes it difficult.
Well, they're facing that challenge here as they race into turn 1. The orange car is Marco Andretti. That is Justin Marks in the red 99. Subbing for Elio Castroneves here due to a little schedule confusion. Elio's at the IndyCar race in Mid-Ohio this weekend. Justin Marks, a racer himself, also the owner of Trackhouse Racing. 3 Cup Series wins already this year. He was thrilled to get a chance to race against his heroes at Stafford.
Well, I got to tell you, Marks and he's learning these cars. He's a little bit different than what he's been driving, but you know, he'll make adjustments along the way, and he'll get quicker.
Let's check out with Matt Yoakum with more on Justin Marks.
And a lot can be said about the numbers. Now, Justin Marks, when you look at his racing resume, wins in NASCAR Xfinity. He's won in ARCA. He retired from driving to become a full-time Cup Series owner with his teammate Pitbull. They purchased Chip Ganassi Racing, but he scored the number 99 because that was a special number to his Cup driver, Daniel Suarez, down in Mexico. That was his first go-kart number. They said, you know what, we love that. Let's go ahead and carry it on. And he's utilizing that number here tonight at Stafford.
Had a busy day, Matt. He started the day in Wisconsin qualifying his Trans Am car. Flew here to Stafford, got in an SRX car for the very first time. He'll fly back to Wisconsin for the Trans Am race tomorrow. And Daniel Suarez wishing the boss good luck on social media. So Ryan Hunter-Ray is out in front by about 3-4 car lengths over Hailie Deegan, another 3 or 4 back to Matt Hirschman.
You know, right now, the drivers, they're sort of getting in a groove, and they could be testing right now, right? They're not banging on each other yet, but what you want, the track is going to change. As it gets cooler, the track is going to get more tight.
Trouble. Bobby Labonte had a big walk-up going into 3. I don't know how he kept that out of the guardrail.
Bobby Cool Hand Labonte, I would expect that.
Wow, that was big. I mean, that car was facing right 45 degrees headed toward the wall, and he got it stopped. So Bobby falls back to the 11th position with just Tony Stewart behind him in 12th.
Well, and he got it turned around so fast, he hardly, you know, normally when you lose, when you spin, you're at the very back.
Yeah. All right, this is the first caution at just shy of the midway mark of our 12-minute heat race number 1. Close call for Bobby Labonte. Wow.
That was brilliant.
Hockey terms, they play hockey up this way, you know, they call that a glove save and a beauty.
Watch him. He gets a little dirt, scrubs the speed off, and gets back on it again.
Camping World SRX Series live at Stafford Speedway in Stafford Springs, Connecticut, under the first caution of our first heat race. Upon further review, looked like Bobby Labonte and Bill Elliott tangled there going into turn 3.
Elliott, you know, it's hard to see out of the car.
Yeah.
Right? Very hard to see. So you could turn down, and there he is.
Well, good save by Bobby, who's already had kind of a tough week, Matt.
It has been tough for Bobby. When you go back to Wednesday night, he ran a Southern Modified down in North Carolina. A crash near the end. Now, you can see that his wrist is wrapped on the right side, and I asked Bobby, you know, a lot of guys will either pull the steering wheel with their left hand or they'll push it more with their right. That's their technique. And I asked Bobby, because I'm a pusher with my right. My left hand, I could just hang it out the window and bring air in the car because it doesn't really do a whole lot. I use everything on my right hand. Willie, when you were driving so many times through the years, ever have an injury that you worked through? Because Bobby says it feels great when he's gripping the wheel. Anything else? It's a little bit gingerly uncomfortable.
Oh, I did. Last year at Eldora, Paul Tracy got me and Bill Elliott in the same race. And Elliott's wrist was hurt, and he bent my thumb so far back, I had to pull it out and readjust it myself.
Here they come to the restart. Labonte back in 11th place. It's Hunter Ray in the black car and Haley Deegan in the blue car, side by side to turn 1. Hunter Ray squeezes out in front. Greg Biffle in the gold car, rolling the top, trying to get to the outside of Deegan. Deegan's able to shut that door off. Bill Elliott's getting knocked around. Paul Tracy went to the inside of him in the lime green car. Newman was outside of him. Good save by Elliott.
No, so far, clean, really clean.
Watch this, 3 wide to turn 1.
Well, yeah, 2.5.
Clunk. Good save.
You know, sometimes when you're in a sandwich like that,
yeah,
the outside car, when you start to spin, the outside car holds you in.
Saves you.
Yeah, saves you.
Tony Stewart, 14. Justin Marks, 99. Racing side by side. This is back for 10th and 11th. While Ryan Hunter Ray continues to lead. Of course, Hunter Ray tangling with Michael Waltrip in South Boston a week ago. When you think about what someone like Hunter Ray is adjusting to, well, think about your experience a year ago in SRX, Willie. He comes to this from IndyCar racing, right? Now he's racing a car with fenders, a closed top, and there are no spotters to help the driver know where that traffic is around him.
Oh, that's not just the problem, it's the weight. You know, it's a front engine car. The car's, what, 1,000, 2,000 pounds heavier nearly than an Indy car. So you got a lot of adjustments to make. Plus, he's on a bull ring. Now, I know he runs on ovals in an Indy car, but none of them are bull rings.
There is Michael Waltrip trying to get around Bill Elliott. That's back for 8th and 9th spot.
Oh, they got history. But one thing...
They got a lot of history, actually.
One thing that I noticed when I was racing, the stock car drivers, you could run inches all day long with them and race. IndyCar drivers, they were actually more aggressive.
You know, there's an element to it, I think. You take a guy that's used to running an open-wheel car, you put him in a car with fenders and bumpers, and he sees somebody else give that nudge to move the guy up the track. It's all right, well, that's how you got to do it here. I'll try it. Yep. And the experience to have the subtlety may not be there.
Well, it takes time.
Yeah.
You get subtle as the year goes on. You build up a bad reputation along the way, but you do get, you smooth it out.
Biggest mover in this race has been Paul Tracy going forward. Bill Elliott has a little contact for a second time. Oh yeah, look at that left front. That was Tony Stewart. And that front corner of Elliott's car is hurt.
You know, I was talking to a couple of the drivers, and the lead driver is Hunter Ray. Hunter Ray is in clean air right now. And every driver I talked to, Bubba Pollard at the first race, Paul Tracy, and they all said, in traffic, you see they're all single file racing each other. In traffic, the cars don't handle as good as the car out front. When you're out front in clean air, cars are way nicer, way easier to drive. You get in traffic, and you wouldn't think so. You wouldn't think it because you're not going 200 miles per hour. But just at the speed they're going, the traffic flow and turbulence.
Here is the checkered flag for heat race number 1. And after getting turned around and twisted up last week at South Boston, Ryan Hunter-Reay has got himself a heat race